What's up, y'all? This is Huey from The Perfect Play. And this season of The Perfect Play podcast, we have two new guest hosts, my partners in crime.
I'm Lexi.
Cortez.
Yeah, so today, with the first episode, we're going to just talk some music that's been recently released and some stuff that we're looking forward to. So I guess starting out, the topic that everybody's talking about, the big thing, we can't go without covering it, the Certified Lover Boy and DONDA. So let's get going. What do y'all think?
Where you want to start at?
It's a ton of ways to start. Lexi, you started.
I mean, DONDA could drop first. So
yeah,
we can go.
Good point. What do you think about DONDA, Lexi?
Well, since the topic is between the two, I would put DONDA above Certified Lover Boy. Mm-hmm. That's my first strong opinion. I liked DONDA, honestly. I've listened to it again, like multiple times. And I really appreciated the live streams too. I thought for what it was really good.
I did like the live streams a lot just because, it presented Kanye's artistic performative thing. And then the fact that he wasn't saying nothing, like it was kind of fire. I was like underwhelmed with Donda, honestly.
The toughest critic.
I guess he's the toughest critic. Y'all gonna realize that soon. But no, I was underwhelmed. There was some songs I liked, but I was underwhelmed because there was so many records, and then it just didn't feel complete. And I felt like he should have really took the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy route with doing like a short film and like, cause the whole album itself feels more like a score for a film than anything else, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. I definitely agree that that's a really creative idea, like a very good idea, but I don't know, I still think it was like a strong album. Even though there were a lot of records, I like enjoyed all of them.
What did you enjoy sonically from the album? Was it more like the production or was it like the guest features?
Everybody loved the production. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Overall, like ambiance, like the moodiness and the grittiness, and like I think the features and the productions built that
like simultaneously.
Yeah, it was like as a whole a great mood.
What do you think?
Donda, it was another, in my opinion, it was another miss from Kanye. Like he's been
two
on
in a row for you.
3 in a row.
3
in a row.
So Pablo.
No way.
Nah,
Jesus King. And
I would say Pablo was the last album that I really was like engaged with.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Ye came out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I skipped Ye.
The joint with Cudi, like.
I don't count that. That's cap.
You know what I'm saying? But just the last 3, they didn't, like you said, they kind of all, for some reason, sound unfinished.
Yeah.
And kind of just open.
I can understand that point only because with you saying it unfinished, because it's so many records that it definitely should be finished. And coming out of COVID, bro, like you gotta.
But then I think Donda felt spirit of the moment to me.
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't like the original, what he was like working on 6 months ago. He might have had a core. He might have had a core of those records, but then he kind of got like, "Hey, I'm about to go to the Benz Stadium and just cook,
do something." But that's Kanye, though.
I know it was cool, but I just felt like that's when it gets extensive and it kind of and it kind of.
I agree with the unfinished point, especially in comparison to Pablo, but I think that this one this was as satisfying as Pablo was.
Oh, no way.
Not even
no
close.
way.
It like
not even close.
Okay, I do think Pablo was better, but it scratched the itch. Like the 2 albums before that did not. I was disappointed. I was like super excited.
The reason why it scratched the itch.
I think it was closer to what we wanted from Kanye.
Yeah,
like as far as
it wasn't
content
a Ye.
matter.
It wasn't a Ye or Jesus King.
Yeah,
of course.
Up better.
But it wasn't Pablo either. It was somewhere in the middle.
Fair, yes.
But I think the reason why you say it scratched the itch isn't because of the music. I think it's because we want. I mean, at the end of the day, whether you love or hate Kanye,
you want
something from Kanye.
100%.
I think that's what it was, and I think what I am impressed with is, once again, I just love. I can't harp on it enough how Kanye has that Jordan, that Michael Jordan feel of like, yo, I'm gonna make everybody around me better. Yo, he got 5 Yo Foreign spitting, bro. Yo, spitting, like going crazy.
And Lil Yachty is sounding really good.
Yachty sounds amazing.
I fuck
you
with
know
Yachty,
what I'm saying?
So.
Keem, crazy. My boy Jay Elect. Jay Elect always gonna snap,
I think Young Thug had the best feature, in my opinion.
Jay Elect, not even close. It's not even close. It's not close. And I know I sound like the old head, the resident old head.
But you're coming from like a
different perspective. He talking. Jay Elect saying some things. Mm-hmm. What was the best feature for you?
I don't know. I was just thinking it's really hard for me to pick one, but my favorite like vocal component like added was like he had a lot of like ad libs from random female vocalists or like it was just well placed.
The one chick I think we was talking about was Shinsia, I think her name is. She's from the Shot too.
Like never heard of her. It was cool to like
Kanye
why you look like that.
Bro, now what I'm dying about though is how Kanye became a GD
at 40.
At 40. We're not even gonna get too crazy on that though, but that's pretty wild. But
okay, but we also have to nod to the fact that there was that component, and then like he mixed in it sounds kind of like a gospel album too in some parts.
I know you hate that. I'm gonna tell you what I can appreciate. What I can appreciate that he did was the fact of him having like all of those artists on there, but still keeping it as a clean album. Like there's no profanity on the album, bro.
I hated that.
I know you did.
I didn't. I wasn't too. I mean, that was neither here nor there. But I liked the contrast. Like, it was a contrast, but it blended so well together. It was seamless. You can talk about GDs and then also have like
gospel,
a worship moment.
That is
true. And it's seamless.
That is. I mean, it is Kanye.
And I think that it speaks to his like Kanye's growth as an artist.
It's very it is very that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I feel you. So what would y'all give Kanye? I mean, let's go around the room. What like 1 to 10, 10 being the best, like the Donda album, what would you give it?
A 7. A solid 7. Especially in the context of like music right now.
Okay. I'll give it about like a 5.5.
5.5.
Jay Elect makes up for 3.5 of that. I give it about a 5.56. 5.56, depending on how I'm feeling that day. If I listen to No Child Left Behind, I'm feeling emotional.
I'll give it a 6, just because I know the production, background, and in the features and the listening parties. They were dope.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They were dope. At the end of the day, they were dope.
I do feel you on that. That makes sense. All right. I mean, all right. So y'all want to get into Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah, to the Canadian.
The Canadian.
I'll let y'all take the lead on that conversation.
Yeah, Lexi's she's not you're actually one of the only females I honestly know that isn't really.
I don't know.
You're not really for it.
I've heard a lot of females is kind of like
at this point, but they still kind of cap because they'll still go up to that Canadian and that.
Because it's like
you
can't not go.
You can't not.
You know? I'm gonna not. Well, I guess if you're a female, it's different. But like, I'm gonna get stiff. I'm gonna get stiff on that Canadian. But
I like to think I would, because he's just
So the music does sound good,
right? And I do believe in separating the artist from the art. But Drake is super. His personality is just like very distinct and just
tasteful.
Kind of corny, but
yeah, I feel you.
He's in his own Drake lane, so there's that.
When I think about Drake, though, I think of how I like the more impactful moments Drake had, like so far.
So
gone.
You compare Certified Lover Boy to
like in my head, I'm like, yo, like he did a lot.
I will
early,
exactly.
So I have an expectation for him,
and I think it's unfortunate because I think he's one of those people that set the bar so high with like his earlier stuff. You know, nothing was the same. You know, that was a project, dog. Like,
take care.
You know, if you're reading this, it's too late. Like,
bro, that was a moment.
Take care. Like, you know, so I think he set his bar so high. So I know, like, for me, it's like, bro, like I am expecting you to like live up to this, and I think unfortunately for his fans. And I think for music as a whole, he hasn't grasped that yet. I think is
it too late?
He went the route of like, I'm a big artist. I'm bigger now. more people like me, I'm gonna just do whatever I want and they're gonna love it regardless. That's why like people, you hear the Drake fans or whatever, they're like, yo, you look at his streams, da, da, da. I'm like, dog, that don't impress me. And honestly, another thing is I'm gonna be honest with
streams. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And another thing is that Drake, I don't think it impresses him. I think that inside, I think that's why he has a lot of the tough guy lyrics and a lot of that stuff. I think because internally it's eating him up he's not clicking with the majority of people like he used to. He still has his core fans, don't get it twisted.
Do you think he is in a spot? Because how I look at it, it seems like he's always trying to prove a point.
He is, and I think after
in every aspect,
100%. And after the whole thing with his son and Push and all of that, he can act like he got over it. But I don't feel like he got over it. I still feel like he's trying to prove a point of, and that's why I referenced the tough guy persona. Like he's still trying to prove that, and it's like, yo, that's like we know who you're connected to.
He's like not growing as a person or artist,
still.
And like that bar that he set, he like keeps trying to like replicate that, but like bigger. And I just like, Kanye, we were just saying how he has grown as an artist. I don't think that Drake has like matured into like the next level.
I do disagree with Kanye growing as an artist, I will say. I disagree with that. I don't think he grew as an artist. I think Kanye has more ability to pull more strings now because of where he's just naturally matured to, like musically where he's at.
Do you think it's fair to say he's matured as a person? Because I think
Kanye?
you can see you don't think you can see change in Kanye through his music.
Through his music,
Kanye going back. Kanye's. I hate to say this. I am like Kanye. Everybody knows Kanye is my second favorite all time behind Ho. But like Kanye in reality, I hate to even admit this, but he's never gonna create anything like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 808s, Graduation. He's never going to create anything like that ever again. So, like, if you're a Kanye fan also like myself, just be real with yourself. I had to come to grips with it, too. He's never going to do that
I think he's just, like, a creator at heart, and he will always continue to, like, push boundaries.
What's your favorite Kanye album?
And why?
808s and Heartbreaks and Pablo sit very close to my heart. And a lot of this is because of like how positive the memories are around those.
See, yeah. But I agree with that.
And
but
I mean,
let's take
away that aspect, like the 808s and Heartbreaks one, especially like that was like the first time I really heard that like kind of like techno almost mixed into like rap.
Heavy 808
so cool.
like heavy drums, some synths, like
I've never heard anything like that before.
808 it's like, I don't know, like if you just look at his discography, like just from late registration to graduation,
growth
to 808s,
he grew.
But to 808s,
then it comes. Go ahead, keep going, because you're reaching into the road.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep going. I see the dead end sign right now.
Exactly.
I see it. Keep going. Keep driving.
So it's like he just keeps fading out. And then you got Yeezus. Like Yeezus was like the last time where he was like, I'm gonna do something
that's my favorite,
as monumental as all of those other ones.
Yeah, that's my favorite Ye album all time. Yeezus show. Let's not get too far on Ye. We got to finish it. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the Canadian.
The parallel to Drake though is that like if you look at his discography, there's not that big
right.
Whoa. Drake's discography is there.
It all
That's the
sounds
thing.
the same though. Just like
it's there, but I think the similarity is that it went here and then it stayed.
And now he's just louder.
And it's just like he's more popular, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not too many. I think to go back to Certified Lover Boy, it's not too many records for me that really are like wow. Like I like No Friends in Industry. The one joint 7 a.m. bridal whatever.
But and then I feel like he doesn't make music for the same reasons anymore.
I hate Way Too Sexy, by the way. I hate that.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be a hit though when I first heard it.
You know who's on it.
My eyes rolled.
Let's be honest. We know who's on it.
I knew it was gonna be a hit when I first heard it.
We know who's on it.
But
the video.
One track
Double
on
Down.
that. One track on that though, I was kind of nervous for him was The Girls Want Girls, just because he was like I'm a lesbian. You're a lesbian, me too. Like, just to say
that's dangerous.
It was very dangerous.
But that lets you know where he knows.
But
it lets you know he knows where he is.
That's the #1 streaming song on Spotify.
But he knows where he is.
That's a risk, though.
He knows where he is. He can do that.
Yeah, it's just in line with his like
playing them games.
That's just like a very Drake thing to say, and it became a meme.
I feel it. I mean, I don't know. Drake's something else, man. I'm not the biggest Drake fan. I appreciate the art. I just think that overall in all, I think Certified Lover Boy that missed the mark too. Being that it was supposed to drop in January, I'm like, bro, I definitely felt like it was going to be something better than what we got.
Was it worth the wait?
Was it worth the wait? I don't know. What would y'all give it? 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest? What would you?
That can, like a
1.
No. I mean, like it was.
But you gotta think too. I feel like that's why I said he makes music for a different reason. Like that album is going to. You're going to hear it on Friday night when you're going out to the club.
But we were going to hear that whether it was...
But I'm saying, you're not going to play Donda, though. In the club.
I'm just saying, okay.
Maybe. It might be one. Might be off the grid.
Is that a good thing or
maybe.
a bad thing, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Knowing all of that.
That's what I'm saying. Drake went for...
Knowing all of that still.
The outing
What
route.
is 1 out of 10? What is it? Still knowing all that. We know that. That's not, that's not up for debate.
I'm going to... Given those factors and, like, understanding that I'm just, like, not a Drake person, I mean, you can't not appreciate.
What is it, Lexi? We're not gonna hurt the Canadians' feelings. To be honest,
like 5, like 50%, like just.
I give Drake probably a 5.5 too, because the album, both him and Donda, and that's why they stay in that same 5.56. Honestly, because they were way too long, way too long. And
I would have gave him a 6, but I'm gonna go 4 just because the album cover.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what I mean?
I'm disappointed in you, Damien Hirst.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm disappointed in you approving that.
After this conversation, it's just like so obvious how
it got too
commercial that album was.
Disappointed in Damien.
Gimmicks. It's just, you know what I mean? It's
playing
like
games. Then he had a pregnant belly and way too sexy video.
He had a lot going.
I don't know, man. We gonna take a quick commercial break, man, and we'll come back to talk about some records that we're looking forward to dropping later this year, and also we'll talk about my guy, Baby Keem.
For sure.
What's up, y'all? We back from commercial break, and now that we got Certified Lover Boy and Donda out the way, we can talk about first. Let's talk about Baby Keem, man. What do y'all think? The Melodic Blue.
It's not better than his debut. To me,
you're bugging. You're bugging, because his debut was shot in the dark, and I'm gonna give you my reason why I think you say that.
Think about those tracks though.
It was a shot in the dark because you weren't I ain't gonna say you weren't expecting, but you didn't know what you were gonna get. Mm-hmm. So it's like anything, if you don't really know what you're gonna get, and then it's amazing, it's like, oh wow. It's like you go to a restaurant and you're like, I don't know, that joint busting, it's going crazy the first time, but then when you circle, it's like you're never gonna live up to that first time. So I think that's why you feel that way. But Melodic Blue is, because I'm not the biggest Baby Keem fan, but like he done a great job on that joint.
Does he have a orange soda counterpart on that? Just how big that record was.
Family Ties, Range Brothers.
Do you think it's big as orange soda?
Family Ties definitely will be, given it's some help from Kendrick. Orange Soda, the type of song it is too, is different. It's a different type of song. So that's what I'm saying. I think that's all. I mean, you got to think. He got the PG Lang, Dave Free, Kendrick.
Yeah, he can
so
lose.
But it's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like Orange Soda was, so you can say this right now. Orange Soda. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was that. But I think, go ahead.
Sorry, that was like Orange Soda was so West Coast, like so LA. You know what I mean? Melodic Blue was like,
I didn't even like it that much.
Far reaching. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was just Die For My Bitch was just like, it was new and it felt exciting just to listen to. Not saying the new one didn't, but it's just like it just felt like
it was new.
Who the fuck?
It was your first time at a restaurant. That's
Exactly.
what it was. No lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's understandable. I mean, but I think, bro, I'm telling you, like Kendrick. I mean, I say Kendrick. Might as well be Kendrick.
Yeah,
but Keem snap, bro. Like he honestly, I was hoping, obviously, after the disappointment of Donda, then Certified Lover Boy, that it went crazy. But, and I'm not the biggest Keem fan because I think, you know, like I tell y'all all the time, I think they're trying to push the narrative of like, yo, he get girls and all that. And I'm just like, all right, come on, man. But, yo, he impressed me with this project, bro. That South Africa
lyrically,
joint.
But I mean,
but I not so much. One thing I will say is that lyrically, it's pretty good. Production wise, it's amazing. It's amazing. Production wise, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Some people might put this in a different category, but I don't think you can talk about the album and not mention the visuals, which
100%.
were just
and that
like
honestly,
the best of.
I'll be honest with saying that makes me love it a little bit.
But
more.
is that? I wouldn't say it's not fair, but
I mean, we can keep it the conversation about the music itself.
No,
we gotta
it's
talk about
it's a part
visuals.
of it. It's a part of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's not fair, but it's kind of like he has a cheat code.
Well, yeah, he does have a cheat code, and I think we gotta talk about that too. We gotta acknowledge that he got Dave and Kendrick, bro. It's like he
has a lot of resources.
You can't fail, but even in that, it still was very impressive, bro. That project was impressive.
Made good use of the resources. You know what I mean?
1,000%. I don't think you could have maximized it any more than what he did.
My only question to Baby Keem's like music is his content. His subject matter.
It's all the same.
But I'm like, how long can he do that? How long can he, you know?
He can do it. He'll be able to do it for a minute. He'll be able to do it for a minute because in reality, his subject matter, if you really think about it, in my opinion, like, I think that it's very, it's native to him. Now, I don't know if it's really him. I don't know if it's an act. I can't say it's an act or not. I don't know.
It feels real?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't feel real.
You don't feel?
No, it don't.
When you put it on, I'm saying like when you play.
Well, the portion about like him, you know, having they're trying to convince us that he get girls, and I'm
You're
like,
so
bruh.
Hung up on that.
That's what I'm saying. I think that aspect of it is cap, but the aspect of like.
But I feel like that's the majority of his.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but at the same time, it's like, man, people ain't looking at it like that. And then he can. I think he can lane switch because of that cheat code, like we talked about. He can if that starts to get oversaturated. Dave and Kendrick gonna make that call. Hey, it's time to go that way. And he has put it like this. The dude has enough talent, bro. His vocal range, he has enough talent to where he can go a different route.
Speaking of vocal range. One thing that was different for me, like Die For My Bitch, he had a little more melodic records on that one.
True.
Then that's because I was hoping he would be more in that pocket.
First experience at a restaurant again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I feel you. I do feel you on that. I can appreciate that perspective, but I just feel like Melodic Blue was really good. I was really impressed, and I don't, like I said, I'm not gonna act like it might be because I was so disappointed in those other two guys too.
Are we impressed because that was the only thing new or like kind of just different from what we would expect,
and wasn't a artist that we've heard for years and years.
Exactly. Like, and he, you know what I mean?
I think that's a little bit of it. What do you think?
I do think that's an interesting point that like he's a newer artist, so that kind of adds like a little emphasis on it. But even in comparison with Drake and Kanye's stuff, like I think it's
in the same ballpark?
Yeah.
It's in the same
absolutely.
conversation?
It's hard for me to even talk about Drake and Kanye without talking about this Baby Keem album too, because the releases were so close, and like
that's the only thing keeping them together for me. The releases being close. Drake and Kanye, man,
I definitely think that Baby Keem's is like the top, which is like more impressive, and that may or may not be
100%, not even close. It's not close.
I really did like that point that it's like he's newer, so that might edge him up. You know,
it definitely does. I mean, it's with anything. It's the new restaurant. Again, I'm telling y'all, it's the new restaurant. Yeah. You go to that new restaurant, you're going to be like, oh, wow, I'm impressed. So you realize what them waiters are.
Try a new entree.
Yeah. You try that new entree, you like, hold on, this ain't hitting like them.
So what are we rating it?
Go ahead, Lexi. We'll keep the flow.
Like 8 or
8?
Dare I say 8.5? But
8.5?
definitely in that 80-85% range.
I give it about a 7.58.
7.
I give it 7.5. 7.5?
Nah, probably like 6.5.
6.5? I give it a 7.58, bro.
It was just
because
it was cool.
I feel you.
My one Sonic criticism, and it's not even a criticism. I just feel like he uses like that flow.
The same flow.
And I'm kind of tired of it. You know what I mean? I hope that we get it.
It was. I feel like it was just a level up from what he does. You know what I'm saying? Just production, visuals, just like it got better. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you though,
but like a lot better.
What you just said though is just wait till a few more million people feel that way, and that lane switch. You're going to go that way, and he's still going to be going crazy.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm excited for the lane switch.
PG Lane, Rolly Gang, fool.
I hope so.
Say PG Lane, Rolly Gang. Like, that's what they on, bro. So I can respect it. But, yeah, I think I like Keem's work. You know what I'm saying? But so what are y'all looking forward to, though? Like, what artists y'all looking forward to dropping to close out the year? What y'all looking forward to?
Going with Young Thug, Punk.
October 13th?
Just because the Tiny Desk. And the subject matter,
best Tiny Desk all time.
The subject matter of those records that he previewed.
Yeah, I don't like TikTok. That was it.
Yeah, it was.
I don't like TikTok, but it makes sense for what they're going for to get it out of the way. You know,
I feel like that. I feel like if it's anything of that, it's gonna be definitely exciting. It's gonna be different
for sure.
You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm more anticipating from any artist to just like do something different.
Do something different. No, I feel. I definitely can agree with that. For me, I definitely say Kendrick. You know, I'm excited for Thug too, pretty much for the same reasons you said. So I won't harp on that again. But I'm excited for Kendrick. I'm hoping that he drops. It's been a long time since Damn came out. Love Kendrick, love his content, skill level, all of that. And I think
surprised you're not waiting on Travis.
Amazing.
Utopia.
Yeah, get out of here, dude. I haven't waited on. I don't even want to talk about Travis right now. But yeah, that and then I'm waiting on Push. You know what I'm saying? I can't act like Push not on he one of my favorites all time. So I'm waiting on that
Best
for sure.
album of the year, right? He stamped that.
He's been stamping it though. Like, so I mean,
Neptune's a yay only.
Neptune's a yay only, and
we'll see.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for, like I said, if I had to say two artists that I'm excited for their work to come out this year, the end of the year, it'll be definitely Push and Kendrick.
I don't know if I have like a specific drop or artist I'm waiting for, but I think it's worth mentioning like the trend in like this alt revival, like Willow Smith and like
that's a different.
Yeah, like I love seeing that like come about right now, and I'm ready for
a little bit Rico Nasty.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So like I think that's like turning a page in music, and I'm excited for more of that.
I think Rico Nasty is.
I can appreciate it.
She's on that verge of doing something
next.
I just hope she follows through with it. You know what I mean? I just don't know, like her, like you know how the labels is and management. Just like
for sure.
You know, but she definitely has.
She has the potential to do it.
She got that star
She
power.
can do it. Yeah,
like,
she
you know
can
what I
do
mean?
it. But she's always.
That's
I remember because she performed here. I want to say like 4 years ago at Traptastic. And she's always had that. She's always had that it
edge.
That it. You know what I'm saying? She got that it, and she can go 0 to 100 quick. You know what I'm saying? In a good way though. You know. So I would like to see her, like you said, continue that, and hopefully open up some doors for the next generations that's coming after. But yeah, man. What else y'all got? Anything else y'all looking forward to?
Playboy Cardi, Narcissist.
Man, Narcissist merch sucks. You saw the merch? It sucks.
It don't matter.
It sucks.
And all the teasing is.
He's another one.
I got something for
he's
y'all.
Another one.
I got something for y'all real quick before we close up. Are y'all looking forward to my boy?
Who?
Call Me If You Get Lost, the tour?
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting. And
that's a episode on its own, by the way, just so y'all know. I don't want y'all fans to think we forgot about it. That's an episode on its own.
Nah, because we got to touch on, speaking of the tour, I like who he has on the tour. Like Vince Staples, he had a crazy album too.
Smart.
But
you like the other.
Yeah.
Cali.
Your favorite is the other guy though that's on there. With the nails in his head.
Tizo, yeah.
Clown.
He's hard.
Clown.
But am I ready for the tour? No.
Well, you don't think the tour's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's why. I don't know.
That's actually a pretty grounded.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the forecast right now.
I'm just talking. Yep. I'm just saying if it does. I don't got no
but I'm saying you know what he does though on tour.
And I'm gonna make this clear because we're gonna talk about it more in another episode. But I'm gonna make it clear right now. I will say this: Tyler the Creator is the best performer out right now, and it's not close. It's not close.
He is on his own level. Close. I agree with that.
I've never seen him live, but nah.
He's unreal, bro. He's unreal. I believe it. The energy is that of Ye, and I feel like at this point he's, like I said, right now I don't think he surpassed Ye all time as far as performing wise. But at this current moment, Tyler is the best show, bro. He's the best performer, and it's not close, dog. I'm telling you, the guy's he's a showman, bro. But yeah, I mean, y'all got anything else? Y'all good? Close up.
Do you think that Rihanna will ever drop that dancehall album?
Rihanna, Boo Loving Up.
I'm trying to
with the Rakim Myers.
I don't know. I want to really figure out why she takes. I don't even know what approach she takes on music anymore.
Bro, she doesn't.
It's been so long.
I don't know if she record, but you know how like Andre 3000, he's like, I'm not really inspired. I feel like a lot of artists get uninspired with what got them there. So now she's more into clothes and she's more into like running a brand.
I think she's into the business. Yeah. I think she's looking at, I think at this point in her career, she's looking at it as music brought her here. Yeah. And on her journey right now, it's not, music isn't a thing. It's like the businesswoman side of things. And I think I would like to see her circle back though, because I do like Rihanna's music. I would like to see her circle back.
Mean, if she goes out on her best project, Anti. That's a great closing,
and that's a great closing. That could be what she's thinking about too. I don't know.
Man,
that's a great closing.
I think you're probably right. I think she's about to do
that's a great closing. You know,
it is. I mean, it is.
I still listen to that album.
No, it's a great album.
Amazing.
It's her best work.
It is
for sure. It's not close. Yeah, I would like to see Rihanna do something else again, but Rocky holding her back.
Maybe like
house. He's a house.
An audio visual thing.
House husband. But yeah, audio visual, something. I don't know. I would like to see something from Rihanna though. I do like Rihanna. But yeah, I think that's about it. And obviously, I'm always waiting on the Hove album, but Hove is Hove.
That's the thing with the big artists. Yeah, they just get to a point, man.
Bro, Hove. I mean, I'm cool with Hove just doing features for the rest of his career.
I don't even want to do features no more.
I do. He said some stuff. He be saying a lot. Tried to
kill
me.
Don't deserve a whole feature. Really.
How about when you talk on that? You say y'all tried to kill me. What was he talking about?
Kanye.
He said y'all tried to kill me.
Kanye, bro.
I don't know, man. I think it might have been some angles towards that Dame. I think it might have been. Let's see Dame sending some shots.
I don't know.
Some hitters.
I can see Kanye.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, in a manic episode type deal, probably. I don't know
because he's so close to him.
I'm glad they patched that relationship up at least a little bit.
They're like siblings that just argue,
Yeah, I'm glad they patched it up at least a little bit, man. But yeah, I think that's that's all we had for today.
Yeah,
agree. Yeah, so shout out to the Cobros. That's where we're recording live at North Virginia. At Cobros, make sure y'all stop by 419 21st Street, North Virginia. Grab you whatever the craft latte is that week. It's amazing. Shout out to Eric, Sean for letting us use the space. And yeah, until next time, holla at y'all.